What's up, good people? Welcome back to Four Titles, One Truth. It's your boy Tommie here.
And I'm Lance. A little less hair, but it's me, y'all. It's still me.
Promise you, that's him.
It's me. It's me. And today we're talking about something we don't discuss enough as black men: our health, chronic illness, and prevention, and what it really means to take care of ourselves.
Just remember this: strength doesn't mean much if you're not around to use it.
Right.
Hey, let's get
That
into
mean
it.
anything. Yeah.
At what point did health stop being about looking strong and start being about staying alive for your family?
Let me think. Probably when I was when I deployed. Was one time when I deployed.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Reality check.
that piece. But as far as just being regular everyday life, I started start having those, getting those lab tests back. You see your cholesterol is up, a little bit, and it's like, okay, what's going on with that? I'm not trying to stroke out up in this joker. So then being a healthcare provider, any healthcare providers out there know that we'll see a lab result or something, or feel something on and turn it up to 10, instead of like, okay, you got to get that tested, it's medication for that. I mean, we'll go to it's death time. Yeah. So probably when I started, this probably about 2025, 2026, about 22 years ago, when I first started because the first medication I ever had to take on a regular basis, was the everyday thing, was the cholesterol medication.
Really?
And I had and I'm at Fort Irwin, and in good shape and everything, and I'm running, doing cholesterol's up. Yep, cholesterol was like 291 or something like that. And I'm like, I don't eat.
That's what
crazy.
I was wondering.
Yeah, don't eat. Was not not fat, not just. So then it was, I said, okay, I'm going to not take any medication. I said, let me go like 6 weeks and get it retested to see if it'll, if it goes down, to see. Did 6 weeks, tried to eat a little less red meat, all of those things that they tell you to do. Got that shit tested again. It was like 296. Oh. So it had gone, so I was like, give me the medication. Yeah, give me the med. I was like, God, but hereditary type of.
So you was in your 30s?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. So that's the first one. So after that, then it was like, okay, then I knew that I was just trying to
Is that the first time you were diagnosed with something, or is that the first time you started thinking, oh my God?
The first time I was diagnosed with anything. So then it was like then I just started trying to stay up, because for my life been trying to stay away from diabetes and all of those things that I saw my grandparents and father had and stuff, and it was like I'm trying to stay clear of all of that stuff. So I try, so I would be conscious of like my diet, all of that stuff. But yeah, that was the first time, and then all of it came later, whether I wanted it or not. So, how about you?
So the first time outside of war, my first time, I was on the trail, and it was one of those. It was time for me to get checkup, and I just left the range, and so drill sergeant, you're always on 10.
What? How old were you?
About 30. Yeah. And so I went.
That's when it starts.
Yeah. So I went just for a regular checkup, and they took my heart rate, and that thing was sky high, right? And they were panicking and everything, and I was like, I said, I just came from the range, I'm a drill sergeant.
Right.
And then the nurses were panicking, but the doctor came in and said, well, just come back, on your day off, your next day off, come back and we'll do it. But that was the first time I was like, whoa, because my father had passed just a couple years earlier from a heart attack. And then I've always consistently been given like a irregular heartbeat. Yeah, but it wasn't. It's never been off the scale, to where medicine was needed.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the full checkup, especially previous to my retirement, and the docs never said. One doctor said, um, it there was a black African doctor,
Right.
and he was like, well, black people's heartbeats can be a
So is
little
your
off. Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So
can
you
be a
had an
little off.
irregular heartbeat
Yeah,
or not? Okay.
nothing hard. So I did the EKGs and all
And
the
all of that
all
was
the
good.
yeah all the initials, and came back with no issues at all. Matter of fact, didn't even get highlighted on my retirement thing. So that was the first time I was like, because when my father passed away, um, my mother mentioned to me that his father told his boys that you're not going to live past 60. And he was saying it not in a way of condemning them. He was
Mm-hmm.
saying it that's just the way the male Joneses are. And only two of them made it out of their 60s. One's still around, and the other one passed a few years ago. So that was something that's in the back of Dad's mind, I know, and now it's in the back of my
Right.
mind
Yeah.
because I'm only 11 years away from my dad's.
How old you? Wow.
Yeah, when he passed. So when the irregular heart thing came, that was shocking to me
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, because I was in peak,
Condition.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but when I went and got my heart, my what you call it, checked again, everything was good.
Okay.
It was
Blood pressure
way,
and
yeah,
everything
it was way down.
okay.
And I was in a very good spot. Um, and then I'm carried on, and you have your little bumps and bruises, and like I said, I've got two torn pecs.
Yep.
I tore my Achilles.
Okay.
I've never had real knee issue, but sometimes I have knee problems, so it was
Yep.
never enough where it was documented. So I just did the not really sick call, senior leader. Hey,
Yeah, it's like I'm
check
not
me
going
out.
sick.
Yeah,
I'm all
yeah,
right. I
yeah.
could.
I ain't sitting there with no privates, but anyway. Um, then comes retirement, and that's when they run the gambit on you. And every medical location I went, it was like somebody had a bell, ding.
That's why you be scared of what they're gonna find at
Oh
that
my
point. It's like,
gosh.
oh my god.
So they had that full heart thing because I had the irregular heartbeat,
Mm-hmm.
where the rhythm's off from what they say, not like it keeps skipping or anything like
Okay.
that. That then they talk about stuff for old people, that you don't think you're old yet. They start talking about the sciatica, the sleep apnea, the
Mm-hmm.
arthritis.
And the list continues
Oh
to
my
grow.
God, yeah. And so, they put me on half a pill, a cholesterol pill, a half. So all of these things, I'm just like, oh my gosh. And it just, it reminds you you're mortal without
Oh
me
yeah.
trying to act like I was superhuman or anything. But it just reminds you that, and then that the declaration my grandfather told my uncles and my dad, it's just like, wow. And now, post retirement, I retired 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm like you said, it just continues,
That's
man.
right.
It's just,
We have entered the age of pill cases and
oh my
stuff. You
God.
know, you
Oh,
traveling
hey,
and making
hey,
sure you got all your
hey.
medications together.
Shh, don't tell people I
And
got the
extra
Monday,
and
Tuesday,
extra med. Shit, I got the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
day, night.
AM, AM, PM
Me
on
too.
there. So shoot,
And no matter
yeah.
how much you look on Amazon, there's nothing cool.
No, it's
There's
not.
no cool way to
It's not.
to present that.
And then
So,
when you gone for more than a week, you taking a little 2 week.
oh,
So I got like two of them that I'm
carried
that
around
I'm
on good
packing.
vacations.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
So,
yep, yep, yep.
but that's when I started to feel real vulnerable.
Okay.
And when I started to realize that I have to make some
Yeah, take care of
adjustments
yourself.
I used
Yep.
to eat glazed donuts like they was nothing. I used to eat Captain Crunch Berry cereal. I'm
It's
talking
all
to a
of it.
40-year
Yeah.
old man.
Oh.
Fruity Pebbles, yeah. Yeah, Fruity Pebbles. I said it.
Ooh.
But that's when I started to say, okay, it ain't about me no more.
Right.
I want to be around
Well,
as
that's
long
the
as I
thing. You want to
can.
be around and
Yeah,
be able to enjoy because you
yeah,
getting, especially you start getting closer to that age
oh,
of retirement.
yeah,
It's like you want to be there
yeah. Enjoy. Have a
after.
chance to enjoy
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. So why do so many black men wait until something is wrong before going to the doctor? And where did we learn that behavior from?
From our fathers and our fathers' fathers and our fathers' fathers and TV. You know what I'm saying? It's really that simple. Like my dad, like was allergic to
Hmm.
hospitals, but he had like a total of six. His last one was his seventh heart attack. I'm sorry,
Oh
either sixth or seventh
man.
heart attack when he passed. And they were minor in the beginning.
Uh huh.
You know, he had one tough one when I was in high school, but um, but he hated hospital to the point that where
He was
visiting
avoiding
people.
them.
Oh yeah, and that's the when I started to realize that, you know, he'd always talk about his knee, you know, or like one time he was coming down the steps. He was late 40s,
Hmm.
coming down the steps, and he had on his dress socks, no shoes,
Oh,
and we had a carpet on the stairs, and he just stepped wrong. His socks slipped,
slip.
and he didn't tumble forward. He fell on his butt and then went down the steps a little bit. And as a kid, I'm laughing, and my mom looked at me and, like, you know, almost slapped me if she could have reached me. But she was like, "That's not funny." And then she ran over to him to make sure he's okay. And then he's sitting there, and I'm just like, because it's the first time I ever seen my
See it.
dad. Yeah, I'm like, wow. And so, and now that's me going down these
That's
steps. We was here
take
watching
your time.
Ohio State play Georgia. I had family here and everything. I'm going down these steps, and whoa, and everybody was downstairs, is like looking like, "You okay?" I'm like,
Yeah.
flashback, no.
Yeah.
And these stairs, you don't want to fall down, but um, it goes back to trust. You know what I'm saying? Black people for so long couldn't trust the institutions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're talking banking, we're talking health, we're talking just the government, because there's no trust that they're looking out for us.
Right.
You know, and so like even to this day, there is a uh, a percentage difference between women being seen and treated by doctors for babies, for pregnancies,
Mm-hmm.
versus the
Oh
other
yeah.
races. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things like you go there and you're hoping there's a black doctor. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, I know at least they'll do
Understand.
everything, you
Right.
know. And if it's not a black doctor, then it's like hope. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or praying that, you know, this person is taking me seriously,
Right.
because I know I'm a different ethnicity,
Right.
and I don't know if they care about me. You
Right.
know, they of course they have their creed and all that, but you just don't know.
Yeah. And then I think is that what you just mentioned on top of it's expensive to go
Oh,
to
yeah, that too.
the doctor, to
Yeah,
the dentist, to the eye doctor. I mean, all of those things. You know, if you don't have insurance, you
yeah,
know, and luckily for us,
yeah.
you know,
We do.
we had the military. Yeah, I mean, and we
Yeah.
had the military where it wasn't anything that I'm gonna go to sick call.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make an appointment to go
But
see
even did you
whatever.
really
But we
go?
didn't do no,
That's what I'm saying.
no. I mean, and that's the thing is like no, not until I got to the
Retirement.
yeah the 21st
Pre-retirement.
hour yeah the
Yeah.
to the end where it
Yeah.
was like oh I need to start making these appointments
Yeah.
so I can get checked out to see what's wrong because I know something is wrong with me but
It's just like,
I really don't want to know the
I-
extent of
yeah,
the
I'll give you a
damage that has
story.
been done.
Yeah. My first time, uh, well, not my first time. Yeah, it was my first time. My first time having an injury that required medical attention.
Mm-hmm.
I was lifting, and I had finished my workout, but one of my boys came in. He came in later, and so he was like, "You finished, man?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I was just coming in to do some negatives." You know what I'm saying? And negatives on the bench press, if you don't know, it's not about throwing the weight up. It's about resisting it coming
Coming
down.
down. Mm-hmm.
So your spotter snatches the weight up for you so that you use minimal strength, and then counts down while you're bringing it to your chest, and then snatch it up and go, right? And so I just exhausted my chest and triceps, and I was like, oh, shoot, there's no problem. I'll do some negatives. But he wanted to go heavy, heavy. And that was the time when I thought I was invincible. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Hard headed is a better word. And so I get on there. I'm not going to say the weight, but I go down the first time. I'm like, got it. Snatch it. The second time, it's going down. Poof.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't there, I would have died. That's how much weight it was. But I knew something was wrong
Right.
because it was tingling.
Oh, I had to. I mean, I
So
tore
you
a
know.
pec too. Yeah, so I know. And I mean, you hear you hear. Oh,
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
mine rip. So
Well, that's why I knew something
yeah.
happened.
So
But did I go to the doctor emergency room?
mm,
No. I went back to my barracks room. I was a specialist. I went back to the barracks room, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna see if it
mm-hmm.
gets better. And the next day at work, I'm walking around, my arm hanging down. But by the time I finally went to the doctor, it had atrophied.
Yeah.
So the surgery, I couldn't get the reconnection surgery.
Especially if it was a muscle,
Yeah.
muscle, and not a muscle tendon, because
Yeah.
then it's just.
So
But yeah, I went home too. But the only reason why I went in is because
it
my whole
started.
arm was black
Oh, really?
from sweat. Yeah, from
Did
the.
you have a complete tear or partial?
It was a complete
Yeah,
tear.
mine was
So
an 83% tear.
mm,
So, and
yes, I understand that.
so it's I think outside of we trace the ancestral lack of trust
Mm-hmm.
in the institution, but I think it also, you said it real quick, it goes back to, you don't really want to know what's going wrong, because I'm telling you, you'll see it on some TV shows, but I've seen it in real life to where people won't go because they know people that went to the hospital and died in the hospital or died a few days
It's
later, and it's
snowball
fear.
effect.
Yeah,
I mean, it just
your
builds and
body
people
is,
are afraid
yeah.
of that. Yeah, that's one of the things. My father, he needed to get and I finally, I think, talked him into getting a knee replacement
Okay.
done
Okay.
before he passed,
Okay.
because and it was like he should have got it done 10 years prior to that, or if not more,
Right.
but just afraid to do it.
Yeah.
Afraid to. I mean, and I work in the
And your
area. Yeah, but I actually work where they were
Oh, do
doing the
that? Oh.
replacement, knee replacements and doing all of that stuff in the operating room. And I was like, look, I said I said it's like a routine surgery now. I said it's super easy now. I said, I said you're gonna feel so much better afterwards. I said that initial, those first, like any surgery that you have, you're gonna be in some pain.
Yeah.
But as far as getting to the recovery and the rehab and after the fact, after it's done, you're going to be in less pain than what you are walking around with now. So, but I think some of it is fear. I mean, it's fear, and it's just what you described. Just like people afraid to go in and really find out what's going on.
Yep.
And believe it or not, y'all, a lot of stuff that you have that might be found can be treated now.
Yeah.
It's not like the old days where it's like, no, we can't treat that chicken pox. We don't have nothing for that, or just the simple stuff. I mean, it's a lot of stuff
piece of coal
that can be treated with a pill, a shot, something, but it's not a death sentence. So
yeah.
but nobody wants to hear that. man, I got that, and I got that's going on, and that's
Yeah.
going on, and
You go for one thing, come to find out, you got this, that, and the other.
yep,
But I will say this though, your mind is an amazing uh, your brain specifically is an amazing organ that if it's unaware of something, you can continue on,
yeah.
because
Or
of
if it
the
doesn't know,
adrenaline and all that stuff. Yeah. But the moment your mind, your brain recognizes that something's wrong and you give in to that, that's why there's always people to tell you to stay positive and think about,
mm,
past the time that people say that you don't have or whatever, because they know if you can get that in people's mind, that'll help them live longer. And I
yep,
think it's a part of that. And then the final thing I'll say, gotta be careful on this one, but religion, because black people that are really into religion are they're like jump without a net in faith, you know. And I know there are other races that are the same way, but
mm-hmm,
I'm just once again looking through my lens uh, with my family, um, past and present, to where like my grandmother, she would pray over herself or over you, and then you're good. God
that was
will
a
heal
treatment.
you. God will take care of you. And like uh, I'll say that I have relatives right now that don't go to the doctor because they believe God will heal them. And what do you do when your family says or someone says God spoke to me or God will heal me? You can't argue with them because that means
No,
their faith is so
I mean, they have strong
strong,
faith.
yeah,
I
that
mean,
nothing you say is going to be able to counter that,
mm-hmm,
And so, but I think it's those, man,
yeah.
because,
God came up with those treatments
uh,
that He wants you to go in and get
absolutely,
people to help
yeah.
you with. So,
And God knows if it's my time, it's not time. No, it's
yeah.
not. But anyway, all right. So, what chronic illnesses are we quietly managing without really talking about them? We've
Um,
we've we've talked about a couple of them.
uh, shoot, I mean, all of the probably the blood pressure one. People
Absolutely.
walk around with high blood
Yeah.
pressure. There's people walk around with diabetes
Yep.
that don't ever go
Don't
and get it
change
checked
anything.
till things start. They pass out or sores or something that don't start healing. Shoot, vision, hearing. I mean, it's a lot of things that are probably out there that you can walk around with and not
Yeah.
be uh, feeling the best. I
Yeah.
mean, your back
Yeah.
stuff, because I know I got something going on with my lower back, but it's like, okay, I need to make an appointment and go in and get this looked at because it
Nurse
shouldn't be
Taylor,
shooting. Yeah, but
baby
it's
still.
like, it's okay now. Let me push on it right here.
Or today.
Take some Motrin.
Today is better.
Yeah, it's good. It's okay. I'm overreacting. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, I would say, but the high blood pressure
Yeah.
is probably a big one.
Yeah.
Say, especially for our community
Huge. Yes.
that people walk around with, and the thing is that if you walk around with that too long, it's gonna
It can't be
cause
reversed.
no,
Yeah.
it's gonna cause
Yeah.
bigger problems
Start losing
later
body
on.
parts.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so it's like some of those things that we are afraid to go in or afraid to have to take a pill every day for, or the baseline where it's like you catch it early.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
always go
you
past
saved
that.
yourself from some of
Yeah.
the other, something bigger
Absolutely.
down the line. So
Yeah. It's the same. I mean, I can't speak for him, but I know that a lot of black families have a family member that because of sugar, diabetes, they
mhm.
lost their leg
I,
or part of their leg. I know that uh, every black family has lost somebody young to a heart attack, um, and I know it has to do with diet.
Hmm.
I know it has to do with
Activity level. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
people not exercising as much. I mean, because
yeah,
people think it's like, well, I work
yeah,
outside, I work
and
here, so
I'm
I'm
mobile
moving
at work.
this. I mean,
Yeah,
so
yeah. And I'll say this tip: if you're active at work, your body gets used to that. So that's not working out. Working out is pushing your body past its normal.
yeah, raising that heart rate.
Absolutely.
You have to raise that heart rate and maintain that for 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't want to be lying or anything, but I think at 45 minutes you start burning fat or
Yeah.
something like that. Anything
Yeah, I
after
don't.
30 minutes you're burning
Right.
fat.
Yeah.
Up to 30 minutes it's good heart
Yeah.
health where it's like okay, it's getting keeping your
Your
heart
heart rate up.
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your heart's a muscle.
Hmm.
Um, but sciatica, that's one that is weird because it's a nerve. So it's hard to treat that. You can get the pains to dull it. And one thing that surprised me, a doctor explained to me pain medicine, that the
Yeah.
pain doesn't go.
No.
It didn't dawn on me that the pain doesn't go. The medicine treats the nerves
Right.
and deadens the nerves. That's
Right.
how the pain is relieved. So just because the pain is gone doesn't mean it's
The
a
problem is gone.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And
the
we are
problem is
some
still there.
Bayer, aspirin, Tylenol,
Motrin.
Excedrin,
Yeah.
Motrin taking people.
Advil.
So
So, what role do our partners and families play in keeping us accountable, and why do we often listen to them last? That don't even make sense.
because the everything we just talked
Yeah, I
about,
mean, it's like that don't even make sense. They're the
that's why
ones that absolutely
care
want
the
us around.
most.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
mean, and it's like, why would
And
you do
that's the
that?
thing. So honestly, the family members shouldn't have to play a role because we should take that
Mm-mm.
and be responsible for it. But the reality of it is, our wives are our alarm, because when we go down, I think it scares the mess out of them now. Because if we like, did I tell you I fell through the kitchen? I didn't tell you that.
It's-
Oh, okay, that's not a funny
yeah,
story, man.
that is.
No, but
That's a good one.
but but the pain that you feel or when you go down, like whether it's whatever energy injury it is,
Mm-hmm.
you know, think about it from your spouse's perspective. Like if you're we're men, if your wife was to collapse,
Ooh,
it's one thing that you're like, yeah, they're hurt, but you start to think about forever. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
well,
Is my
yeah.
forever ruined? And that's how I've learned to, because I'm the
Mm-hmm.
worst. Like while I was a leader, I only went to sick call when it was I had to. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Because when you're a leader, you have the ability to say, I'm gonna sit out of this PT.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'll be in it. So and so. Hey, you take it, and I'll see you then. But once you retired and on your own, it's just you and your family. So you have to consider that.
Yeah.
So family plays a huge role because we won't step up and
Right.
be the responsible person or people that we're supposed to be.
And instead of using them as a motivator to, I mean,
Yeah,
because they can pick out things like, "What's
yeah,
wrong with you? You're
yeah,
not,"
yeah,
and that's like that should be for us to want to be around and be there with. That should be a motivator. It's like, let me go take care of them. Let me go
yeah.
see what's going on. Let me make an appointment. Let me.
So like Nikki just told me, she has a friend whose husband passed away. I don't remember what they were doing before. I can't. All I know is uh, she checked on him. It was in the evening, and he was like tired.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Well, maybe you just need to sit down, right?" So sat him on the couch or whatever. Said, "You want some food?" Said, "Yeah, I could eat." So took him some food, and everything was cool. Uh, and then he laid down. And she was like, it was in the evening. She went to check on something, and he laid down. So came back, and she thought he was, sleeping on the couch. And then she was like, well, I'll just leave him alone and just go, go to sleep. And then in the morning, she found him sitting on the floor, like with his back against the couch,
Uh-huh.
just dead, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what do you do? Yeah. So that's, I think that's my biggest fear in life now is leaving Nikki.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? In a situation where now it's her against the world instead of us against the world. So that's what makes me like, I don't eat steak like I used to. I used to eat steak every day. Nikki won't let me eat steak.
that's a good thing.
I used to eat donut. I used to fresh glazed donuts was the best thing in the world to
Krispy
be.
Kreme,
Oh, boy, Krispy
warm
Kreme's okay.
sign on.
Yeah, but so if we're honest, what's one health habit we know we need to change, and what is stopping us or you right now?
Mm,
So, with you, what is one health habit that you need to change? And then, since you have that strong medical background, what health habit do you think most black men need to change that you are smart on?
let me see. What one health habit? Um, because like I said, since I retired, I tried to get into like walk, the habit of exercising more, which I think a lot of black men, especially around our age,
Yeah, slow
don't.
down.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't. I mean, a lot of them don't exercise how
yeah,
we used to, and a lot of times it's because something on them is
yeah,
hurting, where
yeah.
it's like preventing them
I'm
from
in that space right now.
doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, I think that as far as for the for what I feel like
black men.
black men, yeah, I
Hmm.
think it's just trying to get into a routine of working out
Yeah,
or giving the time to work
yeah,
out, because I know a lot of folks feel like, I ain't got time to do that right
yeah.
now. I'm okay. I walked to
Yeah,
park further
to the
back in the park.
mailbox.
Yeah, I walked park further back in the parking lot. So I walked. It took me to get to the door. For myself, I had those vices where it's like, and being somebody that has diabetes now and stuff like that, I know I like chewy candy. I like
Yeah.
Sour Patch Kids, and I
Nike
like that.
Dykes.
So keeping myself from, and I had to catch myself sometimes because I'll be in the
Store.
store and it'll be
Ooh.
two for $4, and it'll be like, oh man,
Ooh.
that's a deal. So it's just trying to regulate
Your
myself
diet.
from it's like, you don't need that, you're good, and go get my apple and peanut butter, the things that are actually
This don't taste like no Sour
good for,
Patch
yeah,
Kids.
it's like, I make myself like, ooh, that
Ooh, that was
apple's
sour
so
right there.
good, ooh, that was it. So yeah, for me it's just those some of the little dietary things still. They're nowhere near what they were
Yeah.
uh, before, but it's still, sometimes it's like, you run into those like a week where it's like, why is my candy bowl filled
Yeah.
up with nothing but
Sour Patch
stuff?
Kid.
Yeah, all of the stuff
Your
where it's like,
favorites.
it got me into the situation where I'm taking them 2 pills twice a day now, so it's that piece, but yeah.
Mm. I'll say for black men, I think it's just checkups. I think that's a huge
Yeah.
thing because I'll be honest. I'm not sure that if the VA wasn't as proactive with all the alerts and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, uh, I don't know how many people would be as consistent as they need to be. But yeah, that for black men, for me, it's diet easily because the example you gave of the older we are, the less we work out. I'm in that now.
Mm-hmm.
It's where my knee has been bothering me. We went on a cruise and we walked a lot. This was when we were up in Canada,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like, ah, dog. I mean, to the point to where walking up, no
Was good.
problem.
Walking down.
Down
Yeah.
was and you told me it was probably a strain or whatever, but
Yeah.
um, so that stopped me from working out because I ride the Peloton and then I lift.
Right.
Three
That's what I said.
days and three
You do a
days.
good job as far as being able to balance out the lifting and the stuff. And that's what I need to do a better job of that because I walk all.
Yeah,
I mean, and the dogs probably.
that's their fitness.
Yeah.
Snatching
So
them
I
up.
take them jokers out. It's like you got to calm down. But it's like I want to uh, just lift more and not lifting heavy either.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just lifting
Yeah.
light stuff just to keep the muscles toned and everything.
But
So
I think for me, and I think a lot of my brothers, I think that what slows us down from working out is we remember too well of what we used to
be
be.
able to do. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, trying to, like, I used to walk in the gym like I was the strongest person in the gym. And then I'd go show it. Now, I don't go to the gym. I built the gym so I don't have to show it to nobody but myself. And I'm even struggling with that. Like when I go to bench press, I know what I used to warm up with.
Mm.
I used to warm up, I used to do the bar. I do 135, then I do 225. That's my warm up. Then I
Mm-hmm.
start lifting. Now it's the bar. It's the bar.
Bar. I think some of that is for us is acceptance. It's like
Absolutely,
going to that mirror and taking off that shirt and going,
That don't look like who I used to
okay,
be. Yeah. No, but that's it.
this is where we are now, and accepting
Your
accepting where we are
change,
now
yeah.
and what we can
And
do.
that is hard. I mean,
Yeah.
it's killing me. Like I'll go do an exercise and I'm like, I know I can do a little more.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, you're like, oh, I did it. And then you do a little more. Now you're back in the
I
box,
know.
the penalty
It's I
box.
mean it's something. I mean because I told you I said last time I had my labs done, I was like, man, I haven't seen my labs look that good since I
Yeah.
was like 20, 21 years old, and it's like, but it don't look the same. It
Yeah,
ain't the
yeah. So
same.
what that
Ain't the
means,
same look though. So
no,
you know,
the
it,
abs ain't there no more.
yeah, it's accepting what we got now and doing what we can with that.
Yeah.
Staying healthy.
And
Being
the only
healthy.
thing to stop it, and my diet is a problem as well. Like I said, working out and the diet, but it's hard. Like people don't understand how much I like sweets, right? And the sweeter, you know how some people like hot sauce, right?
Mm-hmm.
The hotter it is, they like it, but if it can still maintain the flavor, that's the way I am with sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I could literally take a box of Mike and Ike's, and I could sit here and eat them, and the
Oh,
box will be done. And I'll sit there, and I'm talking as a 50-year-old, and I'm sitting there. I mean, 20-year-old, but I can, and I find myself like I can't buy a box of Mike and Ike's and that one box carry me over for a week.
eat the serving.
Can't
Eat
do
the
that.
whatever
Yeah,
10.
yeah.
Eat the 10 and that.
No,
Yeah, I
hey,
understand.
no, no, I'm stuck on that. So, what's stopping me right now from fixing my diet is me still giving in to
Yeah.
my wants. Instead
Yeah.
of paying attention. But I've gotten so much better because now every time I bring a box of something home, Nikki's like, "Oh, that's what we're doing." You know what I'm saying? And then when she sees the box of the trash, she's like, "You just got that," So now I got to deal with all that. So
See out there
uh,
hiding from. Be like, where did I know I got
see how
some of them things? And I had to go on a scavenger hunt looking through the stuff and then all the way up. And I'm like, how did you get that up there? Up in
fly on
the
the
pantry?
wall.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. If you're listening to
Mm,
this, consider this a reminder. Your family doesn't just need your strength, they need
Right.
your
They need you
presence.
there.
They need you around. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So your health is part of your legacy.
Yes. And thank you once again for joining us for an episode of Four Titles, One Truth. And don't forget that we are available on every major podcast platform and all social media platforms at Four Titles, One Truth.
And you can watch us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Tune in, please. But in the meantime, join us next time so we can keep the conversation going, y'all.
There it is.
All right.
Holla.